Say it again now.
Hey, welcome back to Hot Labs.
Just keep talking.
Hey, welcome back to Hot Labs.
That's not mine.
Hey, welcome back to Hot Labs. Hey, welcome back to Hot Labs.
There you go. My hearing's too good. I don't need the old man settings like you guys. I didn't say my eyes were, but my hearing is.
Right, exactly.
Welcome to Hot Laps, brought to you by Heatshield Products. Race testing.
All right, welcome back to Hot Labs, lap number 16. Hey, today we're going to kind of shift gears a little bit today, and I think you guys are probably all sick and tired of hearing us talk about Corona and all that stuff. So we're going to go
That's
over...
why I quit doing the podcast. I got tired of it.
Yeah. We're going to go over some obscure parts that we sell and, basically what the product is, what was it made for, and
maybe you didn't know you even had it.
Yeah, and then how we feel it can help you. So we're going to do that quickly. So, again, I'm Chris. I am the sales manager here at the Heatshield Products, and to my right is...
Steve, I am the boss at Heatshield Products, the big kahuna, the big cheese, the head man. What was that sequence in Airplane 2? Remember that? The head honcho. When Shatner was going on that, and he was talking about Ted when he was flying the plane.
I only saw that one a few times, but I saw the other one.
By the way, my daughter loves it when you say that you're the boss. She watches this religiously every Monday, so it's kind of funny.
Hey, the reality is I am.
Yeah. And who are you over there?
I'm
buddy?
Shane. I'm the designated antibacterial engineer.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
That's great. That was a good
During
one.
these uncertain and challenging times.
And troubling, too.
And
That's
troubling,
the other one.
yeah.
That's the other one you got to use. Throw that one in.
And difficult.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's
just,
right.
Just like all the other ad campaigns. I got to get all those words in there.
I'm kind of sick of it's the new norm. This is the new norm. No, it's not.
I hate a commercial on TV that starts out with, during these uncertain times.
I think the new norm is going to be kind of an awakening, and you're starting to see a lot of a rebellion and defying of tyranny, which is what this country's norm should be.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it definitely has in California. I mean,
well, it's just not here. It's all over, but it is nice. It's encouraging to see it
that's
here.
what I meant. Yeah.
As people stuck behind enemy lines, it's encouraging to see the openly defiance of tyranny, including sheriffs and people like that who actually have the most constitutional authority out of anybody locally, and it's great to see them just say, F you.
Yeah, true.
All right, now enough of that. Let's get on to the good stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about some products that you may not know we carry, and I feel it can help you out. Number one, Shane.
Here, let's start with this.
The DB Skin.
DB Skin. Here, I'm going to put it in front of my camera.
Oh yeah, that's the new bottles for them too.
This is the new bottle. It's a half gallon, right?
Yeah,
half gallon. We've also got 2,
5.
1, 2, and 5.
Yeah, right.
But great stuff. It's easy to use. Get a roller, a brush. You can spray it with, what kind of gun can you spray it with?
Shoots gun.
Yeah, and what's it for?
Sound insulation. It's a sound deadening.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that should be.
Take out the tinniness.
Yeah, you should be putting this on your roof. You don't need those big, heavy stick-on sheets because all that does is just weigh your car down, change your center of gravity.
Yeah. Matter of fact, this right here will probably do your roof, and
then some
inside your roof. Yeah, and then some. And it's obviously not very heavy because I'm not super strong.
And when it dries, it's even lighter.
I was gonna ask you on this, and I've always wanted to. The stick-on stuff that we see, that we've seen for years and years, that just continues. Is that just because that's just what people think? I mean...
Yeah, it's cool. It's because you see it on TV shows, and you even see big-name guys doing stuff on TV, and they put those big, heavy sheets on. That's just why. It's just advertising. It doesn't really... The stick-on sheets were the only answer, in the 90s when they were introduced. I mean, some of them go back further than that, but the modern... Quote, the one you see a lot everywhere.
They were the best thing available in their day.
Yeah, the extreme mat and that kind of stuff. But there's just technologies progress. Yeah. They haven't necessarily, but they got Depop as they advertise, which is good for the industry.
Yeah.
Not knocking it, but there's just another better way. It's like, hey, some people can't afford some people shouldn't say can't afford. Some people do things the old ways. There isn't necessarily anything wrong with the old ways, but a lot of times there's just a much better way to do it.
Yeah.
And then, not to confuse anybody, we do have a stick-on
Yeah. Oh yeah, we absolutely do.
sound.
And it knocks the crap out of everybody else, and it's 20% lighter than everything else. It's thinner, but again, that's what I would call new technology, kind of like the DB skin here, new technology.
Cool.
Yeah. We also have our stealth armor.
Yeah.
Which is a hybrid.
Yeah.
Heat and sound.
Yeah. There's really no one product fits all, and I don't really call the stealth armor as a one product fits all. It's just we're eliminating a step. So you put that down, you get your seat heat.
Yeah.
Crime and Italy's. I'm saying it. You get your heat and sound in one installation, but it's two different products.
Yeah.
Cool. So DB skin, we sell it in a bunch of different sizes. Roll on or spray on.
Great for the headliner, outer door skin, nooks and crannies.
I assume we're putting that in the F100.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll do.
No,
we're gonna do thermal imaging and testing and all that good stuff.
You could roll that onto the bottom of your stainless steel sink if you're missing some of the sound deadening on one of those.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Bam. That's why you're here for, what was it, disease control or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Engineered virus,
antivirus,
and
bacterial
antivirus engineer. Yeah.
Engineer. Yeah.
Sweet. Pick another one.
What else do we have? Oh, here's a good one, because here you can reach the glove from there, right?
Yeah.
So you can put it up on your camera. This is our glove armor, and Chris is going to model it over on his side.
And there goes the air compressor.
Yeah.
You can hear that. One of them.
Yeah, so there you go. Protect your glove so you don't burn a hole in it.
Yeah, so that's an improvement on, the couple of real common products out there are fiberglass. Like, basically, it's like a fiberglass sleeve, like we made a heat-treated fiberglass sleeve.
Yeah.
And they just kind of roll them inside out of one another, and then you make that. And there's nothing wrong with it. It works. But they wear out. Fiberglass will wear and that type of thing, whereas that felt will just kind of glide along, and it has much better thermal displacement, so your finger will stay much cooler. In fact, if you were brave enough and you didn't worry about the rest of your hand, you could just use the finger. But usually, your whole hand needs more coverage than that.
Well, Shane has put a torch to that product with his hand on the other side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it works awesome.
That's amazing stuff.
No scars.
You got a phone call you need to take there, pal?
Nope.
You better. I thought you were going to do that church style. You didn't do that church style and put it on silent.
I got a message from you, it looks like.
A while ago.
Yeah, maybe.
Way to check on your stuff there.
Yeah.
The TIG finger in our welding products. The one thing I will say is it's like buying a good pair of shoes, in my opinion. You can buy a crappy pair of shoes that will last you for 3 months, and then your feet hurt.
Yeah.
Or you can buy a decent pair of shoes and spend the money, and they will last you for years.
Yeah, cry once a bunch of times, or cry once really big.
Money. Yeah, exactly.
So, TIG finger, again, welding products. Check it out.
Oh, here's another good one. I think you can reach the package from your side.
Yeah.
Lava oil filter shield.
Yeah, boy, that's one of those ones we need to update the images for to everybody, because the newest, latest design is just super clean.
Yeah, I think pop yours out of the package.
This has been around for a long time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the refined design with the top and everything,
I think
the pull strap, this is the best rendition of it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Nothing wrong with the old ones. They work just fine. It's just it just looks cleaner.
Revision, version 2.
I think a lot of people question, like, well, how is that held on? Can you give us a...
Oh, yeah, magnets. It's a
magnets.
patented magnetic mounting technology.
There's a magnet right there.
Basically, magnets, when they overheat, they lose their magnetic capability.
Yeah.
So we got a patent on how to protect them and use them in high heat applications.
I'll ask you something that I saw a question on. People are concerned like it's going to keep heat inside your oil.
No, well, you already have heat. Your engine's already hot,
right?
If you're trying to use your oil filter to cool your oil, you got other problems.
Yeah, sure.
You honestly, I mean, you really do. And not everybody needs one. It's like when there's headers really close to it. These are great.
Yeah.
LS, a lot of like custom LS applications. It's just the Ellis is a wonderful motor, nice, compact, makes a ton of power.
Compact is.
But you know, sometimes the exhaust has got to come down and go right down, right on it. Yeah,
right past the oil filter.
So
you need something.
You need it. Yeah.
So that's a radiant heat shield. That's the one thing.
I mean, some like Coyotes and mod motors, same thing. You know.
Yeah.
And the same thing in the mod motor Coyote one works also on the Mopar filter. They're the same external dimensions. That's all you're really worried about, the external dimensions. The inside of them, they use different valves, threads, that type of thing. Gaskets a different size, but
yeah, it's just a can size.
Yeah, just a can size.
And we do make them for moto, right? And UTV.
Have the RACER, which is that's an important application because you've got that turbo and manifold sitting right above the oil filter. That was really not a great design from the factory, but
not at all.
Hey, sometimes you're just jammed in for space, and those things are bad in general right back there because of the eddying and the aerodynamic challenges of getting the air to flow through the back part of those cars.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else you got?
What else do I have here? I think I've got those. Yeah, we have our shrinks. Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny, dude. That's one of those things that I resisted forever to do.
Yeah, they're.
I guess I don't have a big enough ego to think that people want to have our company logo on everything, but you know, we got requests for them, so we did them finally.
Yeah, sure.
I finally listened on that. You know,
there's 4 different sizes, right?
Yeah, 4 different sizes. Big radiator hoses all the way down to like individual plug wires.
You can use them with our sleeving. Some of our sleeving comes with
3-to-1 shrink ratio.
But that's an important application. Otherwise, you may be doing the reverse of what you're trying to do, right? If you don't.
Oh, you're talking about when you're putting it on a sleeve. Yes. Yeah, if you you got to just seal the ends. You don't need to use a heat shrink. You can use tape. You can use a zip tie, whatever you want. Yeah, but
you just don't want
the sleeve, the heat shield or heat protector sleeve. It can be loose around the cable line, oil line, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's just as long as those ends are snug, because you just don't want heat coming in behind it. Because then
getting trapped.
Yeah, then exactly. Then it'll get trapped and it won't dissipate or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Could make it worse. See, that's why you always want to seal the ends.
Cool. You got one more?
Oh, yeah, I do. I've got this. I've got our RACER'S tape.
Yeah, the uncured silicone tape. Everybody, well, not everybody makes it, but we make our version of it too.
Yeah.
And why would you use that or need that?
That's quick, on the go, easy repairs. You can use it for like a radiator hose.
Yeah, you can make a wire loom with it.
Yeah, you can make a wire loom with it. It's kind of handy to. It's one of those things that you probably need like in your track toolbox or if you're off-roading, you know, it's kind of a handy thing to have just in case you get a punctured hose or whatever. It's enough to get you out of a pinch. You can use it as a heat shield insulation. It's pretty low temp though, you know, like 400 degrees, 500 degrees, but it'll get you out of a pinch.
So it's one of those things you should put in your box.
Yeah.
You know, you're racing and that kind of stuff. RACER'S
I used it on my lawnmower. I put it around the back where the grip came off. And
there you go.
Kind of like handlebar tape.
Yeah, grip tape.
It's been on there. It's been on there for 8 years.
Yeah.
Now I saw you put it on
orange one.
I saw you put it on a socket wrench the other day.
Oh yeah.
Is that just
to make a grip? Yeah. Yeah.
And that's comfort type thing. Is that okay?
Yeah. So you can get greasy hands, greasy whatever. You don't tool doesn't slip out of your hand.
So that should be in your box.
Yeah. Something everybody can use it. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Well, that's just some of the things that we have that we thought were kind of. Maybe doesn't see the light as much as some of our wraps and armor.
Not the big products. Those are those are more like a complementary product,
Absolutely.
I would say.
Yeah, that's a great
except
way
for
to
the DB skin. That's kind of a standalone. That's pretty badass.
That is the best.
Yeah.
That's a good product.
It's time to answer those burning questions. It's tech time here on Hot Laps.
This one's almost like made for you, okay?
Okay, let's see. What is it?
So it comes from Bob M.
Is it about Purell?
No. It's your other favorite thing.
Okay.
I have a club cart, lifted gas golf cart that I would like to insulate the exhaust system and apply some type of heat shield material to the pipe and also below the seat. He says he runs it for 10 or 15 minutes. And it's just too hot to even just enjoy. So he wanted to get our thoughts on.
I would say
attacks.
Depending on what the bottom of the seat looks like, I would say probably some sticky shield on the underside of the seat, and then He probably do some lava wrap on the exhaust pipe on there. I don't think he needs armor or anything like that. What do you think?
I totally missed the question. I wasn't paying attention.
It's a golf
I'm
cart
just gonna-
question.
I'm
It's
making
all right.
executive- yeah, I'd say lava on the exhaust pipe.
Lifted cart. It's a gas cart. He runs
Lava
it for
wrap.
10 to 15 minutes, and it's scorching underneath his.
Is he in the desert or something somewhere too? That probably doesn't help.
Yeah, he didn't
It's
go into
probably-
those
he's in
specifics,
Scottsdale.
but it is a lifted golf cart, so I don't know.
Yeah, so it's a little stress on the motor.
I would say stick a shield under the seat and some lava
Yeah,
wrap on the
because
exhaust.
that's what it is, getting heat coming up from underneath. Yeah.
Yeah, he says
Yeah.
it's backed by the bottom of his legs and underneath his
Yeah,
keister.
and thank you for having a gas cart,
Yeah.
by the way.
That gas cart you guys used to have was awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the one we drove down to the high school?
Probably. I mean, I think that thing went everywhere.
All I know is the one time I went over
with
there, it was
motorcycle
fast.
helmets.
Oh man.
That stuff we should have had on video, man.
Well, yeah, but no phone or anything like that.
We invented Jackass before there was Jackass.
Yeah,
we, we just didn't film anything.
Yeah, they
We
might
were
have been
smart.
they were a little bit after us.
Yeah.
But they were smart. Yeah,
yeah.
kudos to those guys. But I'm
Yeah.
sure we weren't the only guy. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
our
So wait a minute.
dads and that kind
You
of stuff.
drove the golf cart down to a school and had helmets on so nobody could see who it was?
Well, we needed to be safe while we were
Yeah, we
driving
wanted
down
to be
the
safe.
street.
Yeah. We didn't care about if somebody saw us or not. We were just
Oh.
idiots.
Yeah.
Was it an
Little
open
bit of
face
safety.
Why
mask?
didn't we also had that. Dad had that 3-wheel.
Oh, did you have some kind of Cushman?
We had a Cushman, like the 3-wheel
Oh,
cart,
oh.
the
Did it have a
dump bed
steering-
on
Did
it.
you have a steering wheel, or did it have a bar to steer?
It had a wheel.
Oh.
Everything we ever had a wheel. I
The
also
bars
had
are
one at
crazy.
USC when I was a manager for the football
Oh.
team, and we had one of those things. Dude,
Drive up and down the field to yell at
man,
everybody.
when we had football camp in Irvine, it got out of bounds in that thing because there was no adult beverages involved, late night or anything like that. I'll never forget one time, like, we're passed out on the grass, and the head coach at that time was Larry Smith, comes out. Managers are out horning around all night last night. What are you guys doing? You know, and there's like, we're sleeping because it was hot. You know, it was,
Yeah.
it was just, we were just idiots.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Not much has changed, but
Yeah.
You two in golf carts. Those are like serious stories.
Yeah.
I love those.
well, it's just
Yeah, I've
fun.
only been pinned down on the ground by one time.
I've only been pinned down once.
Did Steve have to come and save your
He
life?
had to lift it off. Yeah. And he could barely do it because he's laughing
Oh
so
my
hard.
God! Yeah, I think I might have wet my pants when I was doing that. Honestly, that was,
That's awesome.
Oh man. That's
Okay.
awesome.
Mike D. Or sorry. That's
Mike
a,
D. Isn't that
that's
from
a-
the Beastie Boys?
yeah.
Mike-
That's a
Be-
Beastie Boy.
Yeah.
This is Mark D.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I say Mike
Uh,
D. That could be Mike D. Lee from Uni, who's now used to be the principal at Uni or Cathedral,
Mm.
and now he's principal at somewhere in Nashville.
Oh, he made the move.
He made the move.
He moved to America.
He escaped.
This is an interesting question, and I threw it in here only because I think people, I don't know, they probably have this question. So he's asking about the gold tape, the cool gold tape, and he wants to know if it can go on plastic.
It does.
The other question was if he had to remove it. I don't know why you'd want to remove it, but
Just
if he
in
had
case
to
you wanna
remove it,
change something, you never know.
what's the best way to take it off?
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Oh, slow. Oh, you mean to not
And if
let a
there's-
bunch of adhesive stay
Yeah, if there's
behind.
residual, you use like WD-40 or that goof off stuff, and
Yeah.
it'll get it off.
So-
WD-40 is amazing, man. It does so many different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that
I was
let's
gonna-
see, the grandson who owned WD-40 used to surf at Tourmaline.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, he didn't need a job.
Did he wax his board or did he WD-40 it?
God. I just remember because they had the Buick Roadmaster,
Mm-hmm.
and it was lowered, had like probably 2.5 inch.
Was it the wagon, like
wagon.
the one out of
Yeah.
the '90s or whatever?
Yep,
yeah.
the wagon, and it
Does
had
it have a
license
Corvette
plate said
motor,
WD-40.
basically? A detuned Corvette motor?
I think some of those did, dude.
Yeah.
They were
My
kind of a
grandfather
hot
had
rod.
one. It
Yeah.
was pretty fast.
Mhm.
But yeah, the grandson from the guy that owned WD-40.
That's right, because that's in
surfed down
San
at the
Diego.
beach.
isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think they make it. I mean, obviously, I think they moved out years
Yeah.
ago. There's some HQ or something here, I think. But
Pretty sure that guy doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
yeah, well, good for him.
Absolutely. So anyway, yeah. So it will go on plastic. It will go on metal.
Sure.
I was researching this to answer this question, and you have a really cool video on YouTube showing you cutting strips to apply that. I know that's not the question.
Oh, around a curve?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
around the
That was
pipe.
on a
That was a
on
laser.
UTV, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that anybody that's going to apply any of our tapes to a bent hose or tube, they should check that out because that was
for sure.
Yeah, it ends up being really nice and clean to install.
Check it out. Here's another question for you, Toyota question.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew T. has a 1990 Supra, has a upper intercooler pipe that passes right over the turbo and gets heat soaked. What product would you recommend to wrap around the intercooler pipe to keep the post intercooler air from getting
Thermoflex sleeve
reheated?
with Velcro?
Yeah, so that's kind of a loaded question because it's that's one of those ones where this is where it's kind of really critical to measure your air gap. How much of an air gap do you have between the turbo and the intercooler or the charge pipe? You know, if you got a 1-inch gap, Thermoflex sleeve works awesome. If you don't have a 1-inch gap, then you may want to think about putting a blanket on the turbo, and then maybe the Thermoflex sleeve or another, alternate product or alternate sleeve or something like that. But 1-inch air gap, that Thermoflex sleeve. In fact, we're going to have a new kit with Thermoflex sleeve.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Stay tuned for that.
1990 Supra, that's kind of a cool.
I thought you were going to say it was an Overland Toyota question for Shane.
Yeah, I'm not really like big Supra guy, but I do like them.
They make tons of power, dude.
Yeah,
there's that twin turbo.
Just stock. Yeah, just a big turbo and bang.
Yeah. I remember when I worked at SRH when I was just a little guy. I think I was probably 21. Mutiny wakeboards. I'm not even sure if they're around anymore, but one of the guys came and he had a twin turbo Supra. I had never gone that fast in a car ever.
Oh yeah.
I've gone that faster since, but at that time, I mean, throw yourself in your seat fast.
Oh yeah.
It was
a lot of torque.
Yeah, it was a quick vehicle up Sorrento Valley Road. But man, oh day.
Yeah, back then when there was no traffic.
No traffic.
Or limited traffic anyway.
Well, kind of like it is now.
Yeah.
Well, it was just the throughway into Mira Mesa, but if you're not living in San Diego, none of this makes sense to you. So sorry.
Yeah.
Last question.
Google Maps.
Yeah. Last question, Anthony L.
Watch Urban Assault. Maybe you'll see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Is it okay to install heat shield armor onto a woven flex pipe? And he put an image in there. It was basically pipe.
Oh, like a
flex.
mesh.
Yes. Mesh pipe. Yeah. Yes. What's your ideas?
Metal, as long as it's a metal. Yeah, you can. It's just got to be separate. You always wrap just like we tell everybody all the time. Just wrap, even if you're using exhaust wrap.
Okay, I was just about to ask
you.
You
always wrap it separate. Reason being is that part
to be
moves.
flexing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's and just like the insulation that attaches to it
flex
needs to
point.
Go independently of the other stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, right on. Tech time's over. I hope you guys all found it helpful. We thank you for your questions, and please keep sending to us.
Keep them coming in.
Yeah. It's great to hear.
Podcast at heatshieldproducts.com.
Website is www.heatshieldproducts.com. Instagram, we are at Heatshield Products, and YouTube is Heatshield Products TV.
Just Heatshield Products.
Heatshield Products.
I don't think it's even Heatshield Products TV anymore. Just add Heatshield Products for everything.
Yeah, you'll find it.
We're up to our third of 4 videos with the Eisenhower brothers, and those are pretty cool. Check those out. And then our podcasts are up there if you want to see what we look like in person.
Or don't, because we all have faces, except for Shane, have a face for radio. Maybe we should wear the Rona mask. That might get better viewers.
Not
have to see our mugs.
Not only do I have a face for radio, I have a fat face for radio. So go check it out. Anyway, thank you for listening, and that's it. See you soon.
See you on the next one.
From everyone at Heat Shield Products, we thank you for listening to Hot Laps. Leave that review, subscribe, tell a friend, and most of all, stay cool. We'll see you next time, right here on Hot Laps.